Hi everyone. This video kind of comes to you at a bit of a weird time, I feel like. I had originally planned on writing a couple videos, filming a couple videos on the topic of remote work and kind of sharing my experiences. I've been doing it for roughly 6 to 7 years full-time for the last 4.5. And I've found some things that worked for me and some things that didn't, but overall I find working remotely and working from home a much more productive way for me to get things. I'd always plan on the first video being why should we work remote, and I'd written my list of like 6 different reasons, and this was about 9 months ago, and then the whole world kind of came to an end and everyone was forced to work from home, and I was like, well, this video is never gonna make sense. Like, we don't need 6 reasons, 8 reasons, whatever, to work from home. We already got one big one and everyone's working from home now. So I tried to start and do videos doing more tips for people working from home. Because of COVID, I needed to focus on family things, and I actually released 2 articles, one being just tips for working from home in general, and a second one being specifically for doing meetings from home and how to be better at being on a webcam and talking to your coworkers. And I'll link both of those articles below. I'm planning, now that I have more time, now that things have kind of leveled out, at least for a life as we're used to being in a pandemic, at least. I'm going to try and do a video on each of those articles, but in the meantime, feel free to read those, share them around. If they help, great, I hope so. But I'm still going to start off with reasons to work from home, mostly because it's something where in the future, this is going to be where people are normally going to start, even if we're all working from home anyway now. Yeah, so that brings me to my first reason to work from home, the pandemic, right? Lots of offices have closed. Lots are closed for good. I know several bigger companies now are considering just switching, who have never done remote work are now switching to being remote only, or at least remote first or second, like giving people that option. But the pandemic has definitely been the main reason that people are going to be working from home now. And I wanted to get that one quick out of the way. We all know it's there, but that also is related to my second reason to work from home, which is just you're not that sick. Prior to the pandemic, if you weren't feeling well, a lot of people, you have deadlines, you have things you want to get done, you would just go in because you're not that sick. Maybe you have a super low fever, under 100, you're coughing, you're sneezing, but you don't think it's that bad, and you would have gone into work. How much better would it have been if you could just work from home, still get all that work done, but then not have the chance of spreading something? And so a lot of times, like, if you're not feeling that well, having the opportunity to work from home would just, save up PTO, so you're not staying home and wasting that. You still get your stuff done, but you're not infecting other people. And I really don't see a point in the world now where we're used to working from home, and kind of most companies have adjusted to that. There's really no reason to ever come into the office while not feeling that well from here on out. That being said, I feel like this could also be like taken advantage of, like maybe you have bad management or something, but even like I could see myself taking advantage of this, where I would think I'm not that sick, and so I would still try and work, but really the best thing is that I really am that sick and I just need to get rest. So like, while this is a good tip, a good reason to work from home is just like you're not feeling well and you don't want to spread anything, know when you're too sick to work, and know when you just do need to rest, and know to put your laptop away, turn the webcam off, like go to bed, get some rest, drink some tea. Our next reason, now that we can be completely, done with the sick related ones, easy commute. So when I lived in Chicago, I would commute roughly an hour. It was a half-mile walk to my train stop, or my L stop, and then like a 40-minute ride downtown, and then like a quarter mile from that stop up to my office. That took me roughly an hour to get to work every day. I got lots done on the train, but that was still an hour there, an hour back, plus 8 hours of working. That's a lot of my day. 10 hours just gone. Whereas now, I wake up at 7:45, 7:30 is when my alarm's at, but I never make it. But wake up at 7:45, take a quick shower, brush the teeth, grab coffee that's already pre-made for me usually, and then I'm start working by 8. I woke up 15 minutes ago. That's the dream for me. That's exactly what high school me always wanted, is just to roll out of bed and start working. And so I know for some people it's really hard to make that switch. For me, I love the lack of the commute. There's ways around it if you want to get up a little extra early, read and stuff like that. It's still better than driving, in my opinion. Never any traffic between my bed and my standing desk. Pretty great. Next up is going to include a little bit of a show and tell. A little bit of a show and tell. I have a blue couch. I don't think you need a blue couch to work from home, but I think that if you wanted a blue couch, you probably couldn't bring it into your office. I know a lot of us in my industry tend to work in like kind of giant cubicles where all of us are sharing the same space, which is great for collaborating in person, but like not so great for expression or just comfort. So I have in my office a blue couch, a bright orange chair, got BB-8 hanging from the ceiling, and behind this brick wall here, like pseudo chimney, is actually a TV. And if I ever want to take a break, I can cast something through Chromecast and like watch TV while I get some things done or something. But it's basically my office and my break room are the same room here, and that's probably my favorite part of working from home. That I get to put whatever I want on the walls. You can't see it, but if you look at old stream videos of mine, which I'm on Twitch too. I'll get to that later. But if you look at those stream videos, I have like a psychedelic looking skeleton on the wall, a couple old like albums I really like, just like my own decorations. This gets to be in my office. I get to make it whatever I want. One of the best parts about working from home is that it's your office, you own the space. In addition to that is kind of like a sub reason is since it is your own space, and that you're supplying electricity and stuff, it does save your company money, which is great for them. I'm sure they don't have to like maintain a building or maintain people to clean that building or anything like that. It's a lot cheaper for them to just let us work from home. Use the VPN, everything's secure, it's perfect. But then to pass that savings kind of onto us, I don't think my like electricity usage goes up that much just from me working from home. But there are things that I can now write off on my taxes as a result from working from home. There's a certain amount that I can write off for things like I bought my own desk, I bought my own chair. So yeah, with the purchases you make for your office, a lot of that is tax deductible. You should look up the rules in your own state and then national stuff. This is mostly for the US, that's where I'm based. But there's an amount I can write off on my taxes and get a little savings from working from home as well, which is great to me to spend some of my like technology budget as tax write-offs. My next reason for wanting to work from home is actually going to be more based on your organization's flexibility, but working from home does give you a lot more flexible hours. It's a lot easier to come in and work late if you only wanted to work like 4 hours during the day and just make it up in the evening because you had to like take your kids to a soccer practice or something. That's a lot easier to do when you work from home than it is to like try and go back into the office after hours. You have to redo your whole commute. It's never going to work out. Whereas the flexibility of working from home, moving your lunch around your friends so you can go and grab lunch, you know, that I can grab lunch at 11, noon, or 1 depending on meetings, like, and meet anyone wherever their company forces them to have a lunch break. And that flexibility is really, like I said, dependent on your company. They have to kind of like be okay with that. Most companies now that are doing remote, a lot of them have like employees from several different time zones and are kind of used to getting in that flexibility anyway, to where like I work central time zone. That means that I have coworkers on like one coast or the other who start an hour before me or an hour after me. So me kind of moving around like that isn't a big deal. I just deleted like half of my script. 1 second. We're back. Sorry about that. I feel bad if whoever has to edit it. I'm also getting texts. Next up, great tip as I was just looking at my phone right before this cut, is you get control over your own distractions. When other people are distracting in your office, like no matter what they're doing, like if they're watching a video or something, even with headphones on, it's going to be distracting to you. But for me, just alone in my office, if I have like a Twitch stream up on one monitor, I can mostly ignore that the whole day, and it's not going to affect my ability to get things done, but just having it for white noise is great. Or if I decide like I'm in the mood to just jam out and have like blaring loud punk music for the afternoon, I can like pump up my studio monitors and just get this place like echoing, and no one's gonna care because I'm the only one in my house right now. Like, I can rock out whenever I want, and that's like one of my other favorite parts about working from home is you do get full control of your distractions. If you want to work out like on my back deck, if I want to work on the couch here, like I can move around, I can work from anywhere. A little less of a reason to work from home during the pandemic, and that is you can work from anywhere. I do recommend that if you're doing work, you should be on a VPN, if you're on a public Wi-Fi especially. So if you decide to go to a coffee shop, which I love doing, I always work, if I'm working, I'm on a VPN if I'm at a coffee shop, just to be safe. If you don't have a VPN, I can almost guarantee your company supplies one, and you should figure out how to get onto it. But most likely, if you've worked from home already, you already have a VPN set up. It's just good practice to be set up on that. But I can work from a coffee shop for the morning. I have other friends in town who work remotely. Occasionally we'll grab lunch and then just work from so-and-so's place, or we'll all come over here and they'll grab my spare desk or use the blue couch themselves. And then, like, even during the pandemic, when you're at work, usually you just get your desk. Maybe there's a couple community spaces, but for the most part we just had our desk and like one like table we could work at. Whereas here, if I decide to work in my dining room because I like the lighting during some hours, otherwise I'll work on my back deck quite a bit. Got a lot of trees, it looks great out there, and the Wi-Fi reaches my deck probably better than it works up here. Another great time to work from anywhere is during holidays when my wife, who's a teacher, will get a week off for Christmas break and we'll go see family. I can just work from their house. I won't take any PTO. I'll just work from one of their home offices, use their Wi-Fi, get my work done, and then I get to spend time with whoever we're visiting once I'm off. It's great that when you're visiting family, you can still work from home. You don't have to like blow all your PTO. You can kind of save it up for when you guys want to go spend one day doing family events versus like a whole week when you spend most of it just sitting around and, in my case, eating a lot of like that wine cheese stuff with crackers. It's so good. Love it. And lastly is definitely more dependent on how your company feels about this. Mine's definitely okay with it. But the ability to like drink while you work on Fridays or something, a little happy hour. A lot of times we'll do like a late on a Friday or a late, a lot of times even on a Monday. We'll have a meeting where we just hop on a webcam to talk to each other from remote locations, and just like each of us will just have a beer, chat about what's going well, what's not going well with the company, and like how we could be more productive. But ultimately we're just sharing grievances and conversation over a couple beers, and that's a lot harder to do from an office than it is to do from your home where you already have probably a couple beers in your fridge, especially during the pandemic. So I hope some of these reasons kind of clicked for you. Hope it encourages you to like change how you work from home already if you're already here, or can help you decide whether or not you want to work from home. If you do work from home, let me know in the comments below some of your favorite reasons to work from home, why you chose to work from home, if you had a choice to work from home. And if you can't, let me know that too. Is it because like your work just won't support it? Is it because what you do can't really be done from home? But if it's just because you don't think they're ready, maybe share them this video. I'll have my articles I wrote earlier linked below on how to be productive at home. Grab those, link those to them. Maybe you can help convince them. If you think you could work better from home, I say it doesn't hurt to ask. Try it out. So anyways, again, if you like this, please like it. I do stream Tuesday through Thursday night on Twitch, so if you have any questions that I didn't answer in here about working from home, about setting up your home setup, let me know. I have a couple more videos coming along, but I'm always down to answer questions. So that's it. I'll see you guys later.